Welcome to the Empowered Podcast with Deanna Merlino, a personal development show where I will be sharing with you just how to transform yourself into the best version of you, both inside and out. From fitness and nutrition to business and positive mindset work, I'll be showing you exactly how to live your best life. I'll be keeping it as real and raw as it gets. So get ready to peel back the layers and really transform yourself under the surface, because nothing is better than finding your purpose and living this life as your true, authentic self. Go grab my Day by Design editable worksheet so that you guys have something to follow along and hit all of your daily goals, stay on track, push yourself to be even more successful, and easily get everything put together in one place. Go download it by joining my monthly newsletter for free at www.deannamerlinofit.com. Welcome back, Empowered fam. I hope you are ready for the third and final money tips in my series. Last week, we talked about some money beliefs that we have been ingrained with that we need to overcome in order to attract money. And I'm really excited for this last one. We are going to talk about 5 energetic wealth tips. And these are like not your typical wealth tips of like, go invest here and that kind of thing. No, this is like 5 ways that you can just put better energy out into the world to attract these things back. I will be honest, these tips that I'm sharing for me was the biggest game changer. And not only does it change your ability to attract more money, but it kind of just like makes you a better person. And the more you have to try it first, as with anything, the more you try it, the more you do it, the more comfortable you're going to get with it. And the more it's just going to become who you are. And it truly makes you a better person. And again, it's not always about the destination. It's about who you become on the way. So I'm excited to share these with you. If you have not listened to my last 2 money mindset tips, tricks, definitely go listen to them. I think this money series is awesome. I love anything manifestation and money related. So throwing them together is a total win for me. So without further ado, let's jump in. The first one, which guys, I mean, each one of these are huge, but this is such a simple one and so big. Thank people as they purchase from you or as they supply something to you. So from a coaching aspect, from a business aspect, if you are someone who is in that arena whatsoever, it is so important to thank the people that purchase from you and not seeing them as just a number. Because they're not just a number. Every person who invests in you, who chooses to trust in you in any way, shape, or form, maybe you're a personal training coach, like that's a big one for me, or my network marketing business, even my rental, but anything. If you are providing anything to anyone, they are not just a number. They are a soul who is choosing to trust you. Say thank you. And unfortunately, like especially with my fitness app, I don't see who buys it. Like I'd love nothing more than be able to reach out and say, hey, so-and-so, thank you so much for trusting in me as your coach. I cannot wait to help you on this journey. I don't know. So if you guys are purchasing my DM Fit app, please reach out to me because I would love to stay in touch with you. But I do see that it was purchased. And every time I get a purchase in any of my businesses, I take a moment and I literally say, thank you to whoever just bought that. If I don't know their name, I am grateful for you trusting in me. I am sending you so much happiness, success, abundance, etc. Like, thank you. Taking that moment to say thank you feels good and sends that energy to them and out into the world. And maybe you don't have a product or a service. Even just think like, thank you for giving me my coffee. Like that person put in physical labor and energy to give you a product that you are now enjoying. Thank you for that. Even if you don't say it out, you should always say thank you if you are in face-to-face and someone gives you something. But maybe you're just like picking up food or you're getting DoorDashed and you don't see them and it's on your front porch. Say thank you. Even just in your head, sending that out to them, it will come back to you tenfold. What you put out always, always, always comes back. Put out good energy, you're going to get good energy. Always. So important. Another thing, the next tip is just one thing that it's a sentence essentially, but a belief that you need to do is knowing that there's always more where that came from. In any time that you are spending money, when you're swiping your card, when you're paying cash, when you're whatever it is, any sort of transaction, always know that there is more where that comes from. I stopped worrying about every penny that I spent when I heard that and when I made that shift. When you are thinking like, oh, should I spend this? It's 5 cents more than I normally would. You're coming from a scarcity mindset, a lack mindset. When you think that you can't afford something, I'm not telling you to go spend more than you can afford. But when you're always tracking like that and you're thinking that I shouldn't spend that you're thinking that because you're thinking you're not going to make it back. In your brain, you're like, I don't want to spend that money because I'm not going to make it back. No, there is always more where that came from. If you are able to spend it, that money will come back to you in some way, shape, or form somewhere down the line. Maybe not immediately, but it will. Get rid of that lack mindset, that scarcity mindset. There is always more. There is always more. There is always more. Say it with me. There is more where that came from. Start saying that in your head every time you spend money, because the sooner you believe that, the sooner you think that, the more every time you spend, the more it's going to come back. Every single time. There is no limit. Remember that. There is no limit. The limit is in your mind. Stop letting your mind limit you. The third thing is, and it kind of ties into that last one a little bit, but in everything that you do, this is the third tip, in everything that you do, see it as an investment. Always, no matter what it is. If you're going to the grocery store and you are buying groceries and you are getting food, see that as an investment to your health. I always pay more for organic. I always pay more for cage-free organic eggs, grass-fed meat if I do buy it at the store, which I usually don't because we buy an actual like cow from a local farm that we know is organic grass-fed. I would rather spend my money local. Again, putting that back into our community when you spend money, that's amazing too. But I'm always spending more for better because it's an investment into my health. We have one body to live in. Everything we put in or on our body is going to affect us for the better or for the worse. And I don't know how long I'm going to be here, but I would like for it to be as easy as possible while I am. If you're investing in a coach or a program for wellness, mindset, finances, manifesting, whatever it is, invest in yourself. Always invest in yourself. It will pay off tenfold. Always, always, always. You will be open to new ideas, new opportunities, new ways to make money. You have to spend money to make money sometimes. And that's all right, because what did we say last time? There is more where that comes from. When you spend it, it may sting a little, but don't worry, it's going to come back. Every time I have invested in a mentor or a coach, I have gotten something so valuable out of that has changed my life and taken me to that next level. When you change your mind, you are being able to open to new thoughts, ideas, opportunities, and it is going to open other things for you where in turn you will make more money. It could be self-care. You know, I don't do it enough, but I know I need to. When I do pay for myself to go get a massage or a pedicure, I feel amazing. I used to feel so guilty spending money where I'm like, I should be saving this. I could spend it on something else. No, my body is important. I'm important. My self-care is important. When I feel good, I do good. And when I do good, everything else that I touch does better. You should invest in taking care of yourself and enjoying yourself and pampering yourself in that self-care. Start thinking of everything you do as an investment. Oh, another one that I just thought of that I have to share because I struggle with this myself. So this was like a light bulb moment. Sleep. I fight sleep because I think that I have more that I need to get done. I'll stay up 1 more hour. I'll do a little more work because that's important. It is important, but sleep is far more important. You can get to whatever you need later. invest in sleeping so that your body gets to heal, rejuvenate, you feel rested, you'll be open to even more ideas. I'm saying this for myself, guys, because I'm on this journey with you. So everything is an investment. And then number 4, this was a huge one for me. And I remember when I heard it, I was like, wow, so simple. I've done it since. You definitely have to try it first, but it's become more and more automatic for me. And it feels so good. It feels so good. Every time you are out and about and you see a random person, you're driving by, you see the gentleman walking with a walker, you see kids playing in the playground, anyone and everyone. Send people abundance and blessings as you pass them. Always. It's free. It takes 2 seconds. You just send it back. It's the same way that, like with prayer, I believe in the power of prayer. And a lot of people do. It's just an energetic sending of energy and belief and sending goodness to them. Where you hope for healing. I'm sending you healing. I'm sending you love. That's all it is. But send that to everyone. I definitely got reminded of this. I had to go through a not so great part of the city recently, which I haven't been down there in a very long time. And it was a sad sight. It was very much a reminder of like, I just talked about this earlier today. It was just a reminder of like, you need to count your lucky stars because you've got it good. And I sent every person that I went by love and abundance and prosperity and health and happiness and hope. It takes 2 seconds, guys, 2 seconds. But it's a law of the universe, the law of cause and effect. When you send that out, it brings it back. Everything you do comes back like a boomerang. And I don't want you to think I'm only doing this because I'm going to get something out of it. That almost does negate the purpose. But when you send out good into the world, that goodness always comes back. Always, 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 always. It's best to do it. Can you do this for people you love? Absolutely. But it's better when you do it for a stranger because there's no tie to them. None. You're literally getting nothing out of it in that moment other than sending goodness, happiness, health, hope, love, money to people out in the world. Because again, like I said already, we all deserve it. We all deserve these things. We all do. You are not better than the next person. No one else is less worthy or more worthy than you or I. We are all together in this. We are all connected. We are all in the same boat, just trying to make it through life. And man, does it get tough sometimes. So send that love out there and it will come back to you, I promise. The last one, which it was really funny for me with this, and I have done it. I mean, okay, so I'll just say it first. Tip well. And it is not necessarily about the service, but it is about your trust and faith in abundance and your ability to attract it back to yourself. I worked for years in that industry, hosting, waitressing, bartending. And it's really funny. My parents have always been terrible tippers. Like they are so hard up on like the service. Like if it was good, okay, then you're getting 18%. You earned that. Like that 18% for them was like the big bang. If you were not great or like, God forbid, that food wasn't spot on, which has nothing to do with the server, then it was going to reflect in their tip. Granted, if someone gives you fantastic service, like mind blowing, then please tip them even extra because they did earn it. But even when service isn't great, still tip them well. Again, it's not about the actual service, which you should be thankful for. If you're going out somewhere and they're supplying you your food or your drinks or that coffee shop, that means that you did not have to do it yourself. Someone served you. Be grateful for it at the very least, and then tip them for that service because it's less that you had to do. Someone gave you that physical and energetic service. But this is about your trust and God and the universe and all the powers that be that are going to send it back to you, and knowing that it's okay that I give this person more money because it's going to help them. And I know that there is more where that came from, and it's going to come back to me because I sent goodness out to someone else. It's all going to come full circle. And maybe you don't have a ton of money to give. Like there's been times where I have left huge tips. One, because I know what it felt like when I got that. And if I'm in a place where I can give extra and someone did amazing, I'm going to let them know. I want them to know they did a fantastic job. And I want to know that I made a difference in their evening. That feels good. And I remember what it was like to be in their shoes. And I can tell you, I never want to go back again. But maybe you're not in a financial position to be able to give a ton. Give $1 more. I encourage you to give $1 more than you normally would. Get just slightly out of your comfort zone, because if you are doing something, if you are giving more than you are comfortable with, you will get a amount back that you are not used to. Always. The more you give, the more you get back. And I love that every time you spend money, this is how I look at it in my head. Every time I spend money, like we'll just use, okay, so I love when I go on coffee dates for work or I'm working at the coffee shop. I don't really drink coffee, but I love, like I've told you before, I like to get an iced vanilla chai latte. And I get it either oat milk or almond milk. So it's literally like $8 for that. But you know what? It makes me happy. It makes me feel good. I enjoy my time out. And I know that not only did I put money into the hands of that business and I tipped the worker who served it to me, that money is going from that cash register out into the economy, doing good things out there. And other people are going to use that money to buy, purchase, sell, help other people. So that money that I'm putting in is helping other people. And eventually that is going to duplicate, multiply, and find its way back into my bank account. Everything has a chain reaction. And the sooner you believe all of these things that I have told you about money and beliefs in these last 3 episodes, the sooner you're going to start attracting money easier. Keep your eye out. It's going to show up in ways that you might not be expecting. An unexpected check in the mail, a rebate, you find some money out and about. And okay, this is going way off track here, but this is something that I learned and heard recently that just was like a mind blower. I used to do it all the time. If there was anything above a penny on the ground when I'm walking, I'd usually pick it up, but I wouldn't pick up the penny because in my head, I was like, it's just a penny. I don't need it. And it's kind of silly to be seen picking up a penny. The universe put money, again, money is nothing but energy. The amount that it's valued at is a human construct, a mental decision. Someone said this coin, this dollar is worth this much. At the end of the day, it's, again, just energy. But the universe put that penny in front of you. The universe isn't really aware of what money is worth because, again, human construct, it just knows that it's money. It's a tool that you want. And I'm saying, oh, no, I don't need that. So the universe says, okay, well, Deanna doesn't need that penny. So I'm not going to send her anything else. She doesn't need any more. She didn't need the penny. I'm not going to send her the nickel, then the dime, then the quarter, then the dollar, then the $100 bill and the $1 million check. It's ever growing. When you put out that energy of, I don't need money because I have enough, the universe in your mind says, okay, I don't need more money because I've had enough. Pick up that penny, people. Pick up that dime, because when you say, I am grateful for this free money that was put in my path, then you're saying, green light, I want more. And the universe will continue to find ways to be able to put more opportunities to give you free money. Just another little tidbit. But I want to leave you guys with, pick one of these that sat with you. Just one of those tips that I went through today, and start utilizing it consistently and thoroughly for the next week, whichever one sits with you. And let me know what shift you noticed and what you felt like changed. Because I promise you it's going to make a change, and none of them really cost you much, or any for that matter. So guys, it is time. Ladies, it is time to change our money mindset beliefs and start attracting that money and believing that we are divinely abundant humans who are meant to have everything we desire, money included. I hope you guys have an amazing day. If this sat with you, as usual, send it to someone, repost it. I'd love to have you tag me in your things. I would love to hear the stuff that comes up for you. If you have some time, please go write a review. Give me 5 stars. Every time you do this, not only does it light me on fire and fill me with love, it is helping other people to see this podcast as well. And it means so much to me. I love you all. Have the best day, the best week, and I will see you next time. Thank you guys so much for listening to today's episode. If you want to find out more, you can follow me on Instagram at Empowered with Deanna and my personal page, Fit Deanna Lolita. You can also visit me on my website, which is DeannaMerlinoFit.com. Make sure that whatever platform you guys are listening on, please rate and subscribe. And this means so much to me. It's going to help get me out there to help so many other people. I'm so grateful that you're here with me on this journey of wellness and self-empowerment. I cannot promise that it will always be easy, but I do know that it will always be worth it. Stick with me, and together, let's start living as the version of us that we were meant to be. Because the world is waiting for your gifts, and you deserve to live the life of your wildest dreams and beyond. So friends, let's get empowered.